guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetReviews.com, and today we are here at the ZTE booth at Mobile World Congress 2014, and we have the ZTE Grand S Flex with us. ZTE Grand S Flex is a device which is kind of affordable device, and it will come to India very soon. It has a Snapdragon 400 chipset, just like the Moto G, and it has 1.2 GHz quad-core CPU, Snapdragon 400 chipset. It is running on Android 4.2, and this is how the device looks like. When we talk about the dimensions of the device, the dimensions in terms of thickness is around 8.9mm, which is the thickness of the device. Again, not too thick and not too thin as well. And this is how the back cover looks like. The back cover can be removed from this device, but again, we might not be able to remove it. Okay, the back cover cannot be removed. So the back cover cannot come out, and it is a unibody device. The battery cannot come out. The back cover cannot be removed. We have an 8-megapixel camera at the back side, as you can see, with this kind of finishing, the kind of material, the glossy finishing. The glass over here looks good. You have 8-megapixel camera with autofocus and LED flash, and you have a secondary microphone as well. At the back side, if you take a look, you have the loudspeaker at the bottom, and again the back cover is matte finish. And again, this device has a display of 5-inch. It might look like a pretty big device to hold in one hand, although it is pretty okay in terms of the overall form factor. It is not very heavy, but we are not sure about the exact weight of this device. We will confirm that later on, but the weight of the device is definitely not very heavy. That is something which we can notice. We have the volume rocker over here on this side, chrome finishing, power and sleep key over there. We have the single SIM slot. So this is a unibody device. The SIM card tray slot is over here, which will accept a micro SIM, not a normal size SIM card. At the bottom, you have the primary microphone. You have the touch capacitor buttons, which are there at the bottom of the phone, within the body of the phone, not within the display. On the top, you have the nice metallic earpiece. You have the proximity and ambient light sensor. You have a LED notification light as well. The front camera on this device is a 1-megapixel fixed focus camera. And then when it comes to storage, you have 16 GB of internal storage on this device and 1 GB of RAM. This device is definitely going to give a good competition to the Moto G, because this device has pretty much high display size, as you can see, or bigger display sizes compared to the Moto G. And if we take a look over the overall form factor of the phone, is good. The phone is light enough. It is also not very thick, but again not very thin as well. You have a secondary microphone as well for noise cancellation. You have a 3.5mm audio jack, and then you have this nice lining on the display, which actually makes this device look very good. This is how the display looks like. The display is pretty good. It has got an IPS LCD TFT display, and the viewing angles of the display are really good. You can view the screen from extreme angles. Very little amount of color fading which is happening, but still it is not the best display for as far as the viewing angles are concerned. The color saturation and the color reproduction is again good, but not too great, I would say. When it comes to the notification center, this is how the notification center looks like. When we go under display, we take a look over the version of Android. The version of Android running on the device is Android 4.1.2, and it is Jelly Bean. You do have GPS navigation supported, so you can use this device for GPS navigation as well. When we take a look over the RAM scenario, let's take a look over the amount of RAM which is used. So you have around 1 GB of RAM on this device, and again out of 1 GB of RAM, approximately 463 MB of RAM is being used, whereas 316 MB of RAM is free. So you have fairly good amount of free RAM available on this device, which is definitely a good thing. When we talk about other things on the device, when we take a look over the storage scenario, let me just show you the storage as well. So once we go into the storage, we can see that this device has 16 GB of internal storage, out of which around 1.49 plus 11.42, that is approximately you can say 13 to 14 GB of storage is available to you as far as free storage is concerned. So this is a pretty good storage which you will get on this device. And again, when it comes to the storage, either you will have the option of installing applications. So you do not have the option of installing applications on the micro SD memory card, as we do not have an option of inserting a micro SD memory card on this device. So you have to live up with the inbuilt storage of the device. You do have the option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot using the 3G internet on this device. When it comes to the phone dialer, let me just show you the phone dialer. And again, the overall UI is kind of stock Android on this device. There is nothing new. This is not customized. This is the phone dialer look like. Phone dialer does not give you the option of making a video call. And then when we take a look over the messaging application is over here, and this messaging application is definitely optimized to make it look different. However, this device does not support continuous input, but again, with the help of touchpad keyboard which is there on this device, you can actually do continuous input input on this device, which is definitely a good thing. And it comes pre-installed, so it should be good. You will get the touchpad keyboard pre-installed on this device once you buy this device in the market. And again, typing will not be an issue on this device. The display is also pretty good. There is no issue with the display. The viewing angles are good. As far as the battery is concerned, the battery, which is non-removable battery on this device, is a 2300 milliampere hour battery, which is definitely a good battery for this device. And when it comes to some of the things, you have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging over here, which is actually covered by the security thing, so we cannot show you this one as of now. But in all, this phone looks like a decent phone and pretty good phone. Let me just check the camera right now to show you the overall performance of this device as far as camera is concerned. So let me just take a photo of my camera from this device. You do have tap to focus and autofocus, and the camera UI is also optimized to make it look different. You can record high definition video from the rear camera. Let me just show you the front camera itself. So this is how the view will look like from the front camera. The front camera is pretty good. You can do a pretty good, decent quality video chat from the front camera, and it looks like a high definition video chat even with a 1 megapixel camera. Let's see whether it is the same or not. We will get to know once we do the full review. We have just taken a photo of this camera as of now, and we have taken the photo right now in artificial light. You can compare both of these objects over here. There is slightly oversaturation of colors over here. The brightness is too bright as of now if you compare with the actual scenario. So the overall color protection is not that great, but looks decent and quite good, I would say, in terms of the overall colors which I can see. But again, it is not the actual feel which you will see in the camera photos, but still looks pretty good. When it comes to the amount of details, the details are also pretty good, but not too great. You can see good amount of details within the photos which you will click from this device. So this device looks like a pretty decent device. Let's see at what price point this device actually comes to India, and what will be the overall value for money as compared to the price at which it comes. So do let us know if you have any specific question for the ZTE Grand S Flex. ZTE Grand X S Flex will come to Indian market very soon. I think it will come to Indian market by the end of April or May, and you will see this device coming to India. And this is a pretty decent device, I would like to say. It is running on the MediaTek chipset. The chipset, it is not running on the MediaTek chipset. It is running on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 chipset, which is quite popular these days thanks to Moto G in India. So let's see when it comes to India, and we will keep you updated once it comes to India. We will do a detailed review of this device once it comes to India and once we get the review in it. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.